We don't always cover esports on TYT Sports, but we're going to start bringing you a little bit more news regarding the esports
And
world.
why is that, Jason?
Well, we do cover NBA 2K, FIFA, those related things, but even outside of that, as it's becoming a bigger thing, sponsorships are becoming a bigger thing. So, Francis, you just asked, why is that? The YouPorn sponsored team banned from gaming's biggest esports league. Mia Khalifa was not available to comment.
But she will be available in the thumbnail.
Of course she will. The Electronic Sports League, also known as ESL, who puts on enormous tournaments for games like Counter-Strike, games like StarCraft II, which I actually play, one of my nerdier sides. Street Fighter, of course, as well. So it was Team YP, which I believe must have stood for Team YouPorn. But here's the quote that got me, right? In a comment to VentureBeat, which got its hands on email correspondence between the league and Team YP, an ESL spokesperson said this: "Advertising pornography is not legal in the markets we operate in, and the vast majority of partners we're working with have strict, quote, no drugs, no alcohol, no pornography rules that we've contractually taken on board." Now, I get that for some esports teams, these kids are 16, 17 years old, so alcohol and drugs make sense. I don't know. What the drugs one? Is it like Team YP sponsored by the streets best methamphetamine? Like, get high with my kids and play video games. But, I mean, if you're 18 or older, you should be able to have a Heineken sponsorship on your jersey, or if you wear jerseys. If you're 18 or older, you should be able to sponsor porn.
It shouldn't even be.
Is that only these kids?
It's just like, right, so these kids, and again,
Don't generalize.
I'm not generalizing, but I'm going to generalize that most kids who watch people play video games, who watch the gamers, if they're of age, which is usually about when I started watching porn, like 13 or 12, you're watching the gaming videos, and what's directly in the tab next to you is you'll definitely get YouPorn up or Pornhub or any of that other shit. That's the best market for YouPorn. That's why that they would want to do this, or Pornhub, whoever will sponsor it. They, of course, are going to try and advertise on this because people who are watching people play video games, often or not, and you're looking at the data, they're going to be on the internet. So therefore, it's a great market for them. So I understand why they would market it. But again, you're right in terms that a lot of these viewers are young, and you don't want to expose them to this too early because our world, we don't see a lot of porn around, right? Everything's not sexualized.
Hold on. So here's the argument at hand.
Sarcasm.
Well, sarcasm. So two things. One, you just saw Team YP's team in general. They have, again, Counter-Strike players, Street Fighter players, StarCraft II. Dragon was on the bottom of that.
Major Fist.
So, what did you say? Major
I was just thinking about the name. Like,
but look, I don't see the problem with a porn sponsorship unless they're under the age of 18. But if the whole team, like, look, ESL for the most is a huge gaming league, and the prize pools are becoming insane. And if you want this to get bigger, you can get more money from porn sponsorships and from alcohol sponsorships. And if you want it to be taken not necessarily more seriously, but you want to get funding to make bigger prize pools to get more. TNT is about to air a gaming show to rival ESPN's esports news. It's becoming a thing. People are not accepting it just yet, but it is. A few years, gaming's going to be right up there next to and not the NBA playoffs just yet, but it's going to be NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, and if you really like to tune in to TNT After Dark, it's going to be Team YouPorn sponsored StarCraft II championship.
Yeah, we're strong advocates on this platform, TYT Sports. Many of people don't agree.
Because I'm a gamer.
Many people don't
why.
agree. Well, I mean, even if you just play FIFA, like, you understand the enjoyment that comes along with FIFA. And I am not by any means like kind of numb to the realization that gaming is going to be humongous. As Trump would say, it's going to be huge. It's going to be so big that we're not going to be able to get it off of TV. And I'm completely fine with that. A lot of people are not because they just view it as not a sport, blah, blah, blah. Competition, playing against each other, like all the things that you expect from other sports, gaming has. It just doesn't have that physical aspect that people talk about, but that's just a minor reason for it not to be called a game because most people are just so traditional that it's the same guys that don't want to change American football because concussions are cool.
Anytime we talk about gaming as a sport, I just imagine Ben's gonna come bursting.
That's what I'm talking. I was just alluding to Ben without actually saying Ben. But I mean, I forgot where we are. Ben. What is that? Bomb on an airplane? Why can't you say bomb on an airplane?
Why can't you say Ben on a gaming clip? Ben. All right. So lastly, I'll leave you with this. They even tried Team YP to remove and rebrand everything about their team name. So removing YP from the team name and rebrand their whole image fell on deaf ears, according to the article. That wasn't enough. So they couldn't even keep YouPorn as a sponsor, as a silent sponsor, to rebrand it, so they won't be competing. I guess anytime soon, which is really unfortunate because, I mean, I was thinking we'd get a, I can't even say it, Jesus Christ.
Do you know how to make it better? I'm sure they could sweeten the deal by asking a few of the ambassadors from YouPorn to come and be their mascots.
I just need, I would like to see one big ambassador. Get it? Because it's got ass in it. Comment below with what you think about the ESL and Team YP's banning from gaming's biggest esports league. It's unfortunate, but I guess in general, check out the Counter-Strike videos. They're pretty cool. I was never that good at Counter-Strike. Though, at JaceRuben91 on Twitter, at JaceRuben91 on Instagram, at France_Maxwell, and at FrancisMaxwell Host, TYT Host on Instagram, at TYT Sports, Facebook.com.
I'll follow back the first 10 people that follow me. Follow for a follow.
Yeah, I actually checked that you didn't do that. You wrote that in the comments and you didn't
I
follow
did.
the
I
first
followed
20.
back 7 people, and they commented and said, "Good job."